Hi, welcome back to channel Train Station 2. Alright, this video is made for Merlin Railway. If you're in need of the union, please join Merlin Union. Alright, as a request of another friend, I'm going to make a video in Canada rework. That's for you. And of course, I'll share a bit of Japan as well. But first up to Canada. Canada-wise, there's a rework. You can see here, these are the map of the progression of the Canada itself. So if you take a look at this, generally at the start you're locking, and then you've got rails, and of course later on you'll see some water dam to Toronto. Toronto then give you access to the coins, you can see here, and of course airports, hydro power give you some big boxes. Generally that's how it works out. And ice hockey arena give you that train, and CN Tower will give you a special building. The interesting part here for me, I'm 99% progression, so Sword Factory will be my last job I'm really focusing on right now. Because of that, I'm not focusing on the Train Tycoon. I'm just wanting to continue doing this sword delivery. 8,000 quantities for me, and I'm going to really work this out so that I can get sword directly from the factory itself. Right, so Train Tycoon, I'm going to put it aside. It's just a mini event. I'm going to finish this job as fast as possible so that I need not manufacture a sword anymore. I think that's fantastic. It always a pain to wait 15 minutes for that sword. Always I think it's great when there are instant collection of items from the factories. I'm really loving this. Steel, for example, it is something that I can love to just collect, and I wish one day they will do a Cobra factory. It's half an hour, it's really painful. Chair factory, table factories, and what have you, books, library I call it, I don't know. So I'm just hoping they got more of these factories that I can collect straight away. Then of course I can ease the pain of waiting hour or more sometimes for a single items to be produced. Next, of course, I'm going to touch on Japan as well. Besides Canada, and then you already more or less touch on it. Japan is a focus for me because there's a region I'm in right now. I really want to unlock as fast as possible the gold mine I'm waiting for. So in order to do that, I got to unlock all the Japan's job. There again, there's a map already. So I believe Pixel Federation are reworking all the old regions. So far they work region 1, now I'm on the latest is region 5. All this has a progression map, so that was basically be guiding you. But I think the bad thing about that is generally in the past, when you go to the new region, the gold mine is open up and you can start collecting gold. With the progression mapped inserted, or they call it the rework, you will have to progress before you start to open up that gold mine. So pro and cons along the way with the rework, the progression maps. Sometimes it gives you freebies, like the special building, definitely the big boxes, and of course most favorite is the legendary train. So in Japan, a lot of hard work because of the small fleet size and capacity. It is a lot of pain in trying to progress in Japan. Extremely expensive to upgrade trains for sure. Not that I do not want to, but it's not affordable at all. And I can't basically keep on doing the Japan jobs because I really want to focus to finish the Canadian sword factory. So with that completed, then of course I will work on in terms of the Japan. Take time. Time away from the event fatigue. I mean, we have just completed long events of 6 competitions. All these mini events, not worth it unless they're coming with the Seaport event, which I'm hoping so. If that's the case, then I'll put efforts into the Seaport event first before the Canadian or the Japanese jobs. So generally, it is how they work out. The Seaport event is an event that happens like once or maximum twice a year. That gave you opportunity to get trains of the previous regions, which you can't get anymore unless you spend gems. I'm not going to do that, so that is something I look forward to, and hopefully it give us a good seaport event, not those that is really short, hopefully. That's it. That depends on Pixar Federation after all. So in terms of progression in Japan jobs, definitely I'm looking forward to two things. One is the gold mine, and the second I think is the legendary. So that is the one of the two missing legendaries I'm talking about. The other one I'm really depending on luck, really pure luck, in opening containers. So meanwhile, in Train Tycoon, as you can see, it's whether would you be able to fulfill all these jobs on time. It definitely need a lot of effort, as usual. Also, it depends on whether whether you're in a group whereby they're really people that's after the gold parts. You can see in my definitely a very strong group here. So unfortunately, I'm not into that for now. The other thing you're gonna take note is whether are you willing to part with the items, either throwing them to the bin, because a lot of time you run out of space in warehouse because of Train Tycoon, because they keep you asking you for items in the factory, so you'll be churning out tons and tons of materials and products from the factories that you can't deliver. Basically too much. You just have to dump them away in order to make space. Alright, so willingness to throw away stuff is about Train Tycoon. Alright, so you can see here, definitely no way I'm going to get top 3. If I get top 5, I think I'll be lucky. Nonetheless, it's just about gold parts. It's important to get gold parts for sure, but not at the expense of my sword factory. So I'm going to focus on sword factory and of course the Japan progression. The other thing I'm going to share is definitely the need to increase your warehouse spacing. As usual, warehouse spacing comes with a few things in mind. One is the population. How you get population, you're going to do building requests. How you do building requests, you get blue maps. How you get blue maps, you're going to get that greedy captain's request done. Alright, so the greedy captain comes I think a couple of hours time, fulfill the requirement, and then you get your blue maps. Alright, so that's one way. The other way is some event rewards. They give you blue maps. Make sure you change all for the blue maps. Alright. The other colored maps are not that popular after all. Once you are done with the building request with a certain population, then of course you do your warehouse upgrade. Alright, so that's just one. Capacity upgrade, as usual, I mentioned limited by gold coin, limited by parts. So big boxes are important, gold coins are important. Once you're done with your legendary claiming of the train from the long event, these are the two things you should go after. And if you could save the gold coins collected every 4 hours, and then eventually all this will go into your upgrading of your fleet. Dispatchers wise, normally at midpoint 450, 350, 650 or 750. These are the midpoint. The levels I'm at, definitely 750. So once I reach that, they will unlock another dispatcher. If I'm not wrong, 730 they will allow me to unlock, but probably got to spend gems. I'm not going to do that, so I'll wait for 750 and then I'll try to fulfill that criteria and unlock another dispatcher. Alright, so don't spend gems in getting dispatchers, they're not worth it. Spend gems into upgrading your factories, your core factories, and every time before a long event happens, must save up to 110 gems to upgrade the event factory for 2 slots. I'm not talking about the mini events, I'm talking about huge ones, those with 6 competition. Mini events do not invest any gems at all, they're not worth it. You can't claim all the rewards, so it's fine. Just make sure you save 110 gems of 30 used for the first slot upgrade and 80 for the second slot upgrade, so total 110 gems required for your event factory. Alright, so those are the long competitions with 6 numbers. Alright, so generally these are the things you look at for in preparation for a long event. When it happens, I'll share with you more. As of now, I think it's more of the mini events here and there, probably 1 more or 2 more before the long event happens. Currently everyone is facing with the winter season problem. You're not alone, so forget about the winter season, take a break from it. I've been taking a long break for that, as for sure. I've not been concentrating in that. I prefer the old method, whereby contribution towards the main events, the long events, actually works in getting the union rewards. But unfortunately, they have improvised that union progression into a union competition, which I'm not keen into it, so that's not for me. Alright, last but not least, showing you I managed to get top 5, and this is my bit of rewards from the parts itself, from the legendary. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.